How you doing? Happy Giant. He just told you a lot of stuff, so we're gonna go quickly so I'm gonna get through this in 9 minutes if it kills me. So our background, he told you a lot about my background at LucasArts. We've been really strictly focused on AR for 5 years, which is a long time in this space. We have a history of working with large brands and Fortune 500 companies. We are gaming and toy industry veterans. Our emphasis is on mobile, web, and headset AR. And these days, we're branching into new areas outside of gaming, such as enterprise, tourism, and education, which I'm going to show something from today. So the theme of my talk today, which I uneloquently tried to state here, is R&D equals project reality. And what that means is, I just thought I would show today, there's a lot of great talks going on today about the future of XR, and a lot of that stuff is kind of far off. And we often say at Happy Giant that we kind of have one eye on the future, but one eye on the present, because people are coming to us today for AR projects. So I thought I would go over some of the highlighted AR projects we've done over the last year. And the important point, if there are any developers here, is all of these projects came from our own research and development, which I will get into quickly. But clients don't understand AR, people don't understand AR, so you have to show it to them. So we build AR games. These are some of our prototypes we've built over the last year. All of these things kind of turned into the projects you're going to see here. So as we mentioned, our first game went on to become one of Apple's first AR games of the day, which we did with Phil Tippett, still out there. And our most recent release is a collaboration with toy maker Wowee, who made Fingerlings. This is their new product line called Untamed, and we made this AR app that's connected to the toy called Untamed Arena. It was actually just named Best Mixed Reality Toy of the Year at CES of a prestigious Cappy Award. Yes, this is just a preview. So with this project, the client had some specific goals. They wanted to this engagement with their toys with the kids. And so we built a really pure AR experience where kids can care for these creatures, paddle them, nurture them, feed them food. There's no lessons, real full-on game, but all completely AR. Win points, level up, etc. Feed your creatures, and of course farting. Very important with toys. So the next one. Go to the next. Okay. So one thing we did unique in this project, which has applications in enterprise and so much else, is using model recognition on the toys. So kids can actually physically scan their toys and unlock them in the game. And we actually built it into the play pattern so kids were encouraged to scan their toys every single day to get different rewards in the game. More farting. You can see also how accurate the model recognition is as well. And this is all using third-party tech, not Apple or Google or anything like that. This is another game we released ourselves called Quasar Arena with a third-party tech partner, Jito Maps. This is a multiplayer AR game. It's live in the iOS App Store right now. It uses very cutting-edge CV tech, basically, to create a laser tag-like game and experience where you can create shields, and there's really nothing else like it out there in the App Store. And so today I'm also debuting for the first time a project that we did with a client at a major university that was an educational AR project, as you can see, Romeo and Juliet AR. It's not out yet, but it will be out soon, we hope. And the idea here is sort of like we put up this Ben Franklin quote, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn." And you know, when I was a kid and we studied stuff like this, we watched movies in school. And this is kind of the next level of that, of immersion, to really get kids involved with the experience. So we took the famous courtyard and tomb scene. There's a scene that kids can play out and watch, as you'll see here. So this is just, I'll just talk as this is playing. Basically, the first part of the experience, we completely animated the courtyard scene. You can get here in AR. You can also scale the experience up really gigantically, as you'll see I'm about to do here. There's audio, by the way, if you can get it.
Just at scars that never felt a wound.
So the kids can basically move around the experience. As you see here, certain lines are actually highlighted, and we created this thing called a Shakespearepedia. So as kids are immersing themselves in this, they're learning. and they're collecting data. It's all curriculum based, and the client really wanted, again, I don't have my notes here, I can't see them, but their kids are less involved these days in school, and so the client wanted something to really engage kids, immerse them, have them be part of the experience. So that was kind of what we built here. So that shows the courtyard scene. That goes on for a while, and this is an example, another movie, of showing the hotspot section. So after you finish the kind of animated courtyard scene, you can move around the courtyard with your device and search for hotspots. They're all curriculum-based, so they correlate to things like scientific approach, English literature, history, etc. So it was a really fun project. We're excited to get it out there and get kids using it, because I really think it's like shows the beginnings of a new way to learn using AR in education. Right now it's on mobile. We hope to get it to headsets in the future as well. One last movie for here. And this just shows the courtyard as well. And again, like scaling up, you can see through it. You reveal hotspots. So you're really kind of moving around and experiencing it as you learn. So we've developed a tool set that we use for all these projects. We sort of look at AR as there's sort of some key major buckets. This already needs to be updated though, and there's a million gray areas in between this. But the reason I kind of showed this slide, back to kind of my theme of this talk, is when you're talking to real people, not people here, right? We're in the AR bubble. I mean, if you've been in AR, as soon as you start to get into AR, you have to be careful, because you will get sucked into that bubble. And when you explain it to people in the outside world who've only played Pokemon Go, you kind of have to boil it down into main feature points. So a couple of the things I was going to talk about to wrap it up here is some of the stuff we've done a lot of experimenting with in the last year is AR navigation and mapping. And we see these beautiful pictures that are put out by tech giants like Google and other big companies. What you're seeing here is not possible yet. Okay, so you have to have a sense of skepticism when you get presentations and big demos from these companies. So this just shows some tests that we've been spending a lot of time in downtown Boston using different AR, cloud, computer vision technologies. So this is just a crude test showing an area that I pre-mapped in front of the Boston State House, showing waypoint navigation, leading me to a point. And this also shows you the real-world realities of AR tourism. There's a lot of people out there. Things get in your way. It was a very learning experience for me. So you see it's leading me to, if I can get through the people here, and eventually on the seal of the, I believe the Boston Massacre, we have George Washington will appear eventually, and he'll talk to you, and there's a whole dialogue tree as well. And this is just one more movie, sorry. This is another example using different technology for the same type of experiment with mapping. You can actually fast forward this one a little bit if you want, just to the end. Yeah, there you go, that's cool. So we just had some fun with it because, we're gaming people and history can be boring. So in our example, you're getting attacked by alien redcoats who come in through a portal and you gotta defend them. Okay, so anyways, as I mentioned, that stuff we love, but we're also getting serious. And so we're making a big push. All our skill sets that we've developed, all that stuff that I've just showed you is really much more complex than a lot of the stuff going on in enterprise and other areas. And so we're really taking our skill sets and our platform and starting to apply it to new areas such as instructions, product visualization, learning, directions in warehouses, etc. And in summary, I guess this is my main point today, is that AR use cases are not going to invent themselves. If you're a developer, you have to create, experiment, and innovate. Demo to real people, and we'll include clients and customers in that just for now, to be nice. Explore utilitarian use cases that give people and companies efficiencies in work and life, because that's really the key, in my opinion, to what this whole movement is all about, and that will invent the AR future. Thank you.